Guys, sorry about that. We were down here on the weeks of the overview. This is the video for week 10. The one you're listening to now will be posted right here below this. Just reminder on this, we're talking about finalization, going through the argumentation drafting. I wanted to point out down here in the schedule that I crossed something out that was the presentation slides. I took this off the schedule for the semester. We're not going to be going towards that. I want students to just focus on the argument that you're making and building the most concise paper that also addresses opposition and is clearly devised from peer-reviewed research. So these readings for these last weeks are just the information for your topics themselves. So make sure you're doing, 10 is the preliminary for sourcing. Final should be 15 or more. That does not restrict you to only reading 15. You can find plenty of articles and opposing viewpoints that go back and forth between most of these topics, if not all of them. But so for the drafting portion here, I just wanted to quickly remind everyone of the parameters of this. Argumentation draft 1, the requirements are fairly straightforward. Complete the first 2 full pages of your argument paper along with the works cited page of at least 10 sources. The intro must follow the general to specific layout as depicted in the outline. All body paragraphs for and against must begin with topic sentences, meaning the claim that you are giving should be the first opening line there, and everything afterward in the body should support that. And then for the opposition, the topic sentence should directly oppose the prior one, right? Use transitional elementation to, responding to a claim with wording like, though the claim X above may have merit to it, many people are supported by evidence. Many people would argue that the following is also true or supersedes this argument, and then go into that body of opposition. All against paragraphs, all body paragraphs must include 1 to 2 quotes. 1 is fine for the rough drafting stages, just 2 would be better for supporting major supported claims. They work as minor supports. A major support is making a claim of something as support in the body and then proving it through minor supports of a quote and then your explanation. All against paragraphs must include a concession or refutation of the opposing views. You must deal with the opposition. To concede means you acknowledge that the oppositional point is true, valid, has logic to it, and then you also still deal with it. What can you offer to still give a more valid point or a point that should supersede that one? This is conceding that it is. Or if you can just entirely refute and say this type of a claim is invalid for the following reason and offer better support, deal with it with a refutation. So concession is you're conceding it's a good point, valid, logical, but you have a better thing to offer. Or refutation is outright beating the oppositional point. Works cited should begin at the top of a new page after the draft. So 2 pages is the minimum on this. That means if it's your intro and just all your first body 4 paragraph, if that's how long it gets, fine. Or if it's the intro and body, the first 2 body paragraphs, the first 4 and against paragraphs, that's fine as well. Just get to 2 on the minimum so I have enough to look at for the development stage before we get too far into this, because these can get pretty lengthy. Okay, so that I just want to make sure to touch base on those. Make sure you're keeping up the work. I look forward to seeing the submissions on these, and we'll be working towards this project. We'll be working on towards through the end of the term. Some of you will be fine with 5-6 pages on this. Some of you will need a bit more depending on your topic, but let the research guide your argument, and let the argument itself determine how long this paper needs to be. I will have a minimum on that takes you guys around 5 pages for word count on those but that would be the bare minimum as long as it's a completely concise argument from start to finish. Okay,